Grand Rising. Quick video. I want to recap on the video. I believe it was my second to my last video that I posted pertaining to this new world order that we entering into. Real brief. They're talking about removing some parts of the Constitution. If they remove some parts of the Constitution, and I'm gonna refer to the Black Code laws. The Black Code laws refers to law enforcement. It protects us against the brutality of our law enforcement in certain cities. If they take away certain parts of the Constitution, that's going to take away our rights. Well, if that's part of it, the Black Code laws, then that gives the law enforcement officers in whatever state free reign to do exactly what they're doing now, killing unarmed citizens. Citizens. I have so much. I'm going to try to get this in now, much as I can anyway. Speaking of citizens, do you realize most of us are not citizens of the United States? We're property of the United States. What you mean by property of the United States? Well, once you're born in the United States, they give you what? A birth certificate and a social security number. That birth certificate, that means you're born. The social security numbers mean you're a property of the United States. That means you can't operate, you can't live, you can't work unless you have a social security number that links you to whatever type of finances that you occur in the United States. Long as you work, you're able to be taxed because you're a property of the United States. Now, referring back to the Constitution, the Constitution protects people with nationalities. Do you realize when you fill out a form and that form says, "Are you white?" That's not a nationality. That's a title. Are you black? That's not a nationality. Again, that's a title. Then it goes to say, are you Latino? That's a nationality. Asian, that's a nationality. German, that's a nationality. African, that's a nationality. The Constitution is put in place to protect those of nationality, not of property. That's why laws sway left or right when it comes to people born in the United States. That's why a lot of people go to jail, because you're looked at as property. You're not looked at as you have the protection of the Constitution. So again, we're entering into this new world order. This new world order is going to give them reins to come in and implement martial law, because they want to control everything. Because once everything's said and done, the people of the United States, and in my opinion around the world, is going to stand up against our governments. And they're preparing themselves for that. You have some people that's jumping the gun. They're doing a little bit too much by killing these unarmed, citizens. I don't want to make it about black and white. However, it's more whites killing blacks when it comes to law enforcement than anything else that we see, correct? And they pushing this in the media, just pushing it in the media, because they're waiting, or they wanting, in my opinion, for us to have an uprising. They want all the brothers and sisters of people of color to come together and have an uprising, just so they can come in and put martial law and shut everything down. And if they take away certain laws in the Constitution and certain amendments, they have the right to do so. So I always said, we're going to act too late. If the people of the United States wait any longer, it doesn't matter what you post. It doesn't matter what you do. It's over with. They win. They've been preparing this for quite some time. I always go back to COVID. They've been preparing this for quite some time. They want to see what type of resistance they're going to get from the citizens. They want to see. That's why, again, they push these troops in these troubled cities, because they want to see how much resistance they was going to have, right? Who are the first cities that we need to go and occupy? What are the troubled cities? We need to occupy those first. So let's see what type of resistance we get back from the citizens in these cities. It's all a ploy, because they're going to push martial law upon us. and they're taking away our rights. So now they have a reason to, oh, you don't have that right anymore. And it's not, again, it's not a black, it's not a white thing. It's a us thing. This is going to affect everyone that live in the United States. And remind you, most of us that live in the United States, we don't recognize ourselves with a nationality. We recognize ourselves as property. Black, white, social security number, birth certificate. That's property. You buy a home with those type of things. You buy a car with those type of things. Those have serial numbers on it. Well, how can you prove it's your property? You have the serial numbers? Yes, I do. You have a serial number, your social security number, which makes you a property because the United States works as a commerce country. It's based off business. This is what the United States is based off. Business is commerce, and they operate under commerce law. And most of us in the United States that operate under the capacity of black or white, you are property. I don't know. I don't, man, it's gonna be bad. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they have wooed us for so long, and we have lived in this world of an illusion for so long that we don't even know what to do now. All these things they're pushing in the media about this racism, blacks killing whites, killing blacks, and blah 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 blah. And then you have all these ignorant people with racism still in their hearts that don't realize that it's going to affect you too. It's going to affect you too. So the same person you want to call an N word and all that thing, that might be the same person you need one day. Yeah. Because whether you say it or not, y'all have your own problems within your own race. It's just not publicized. It's just not publicized. Because y'all have to hold the standards, right? That we're supreme. We're the people. So you're not going to publicize your problems, but you have them, and you know you have them. So now you want to, you pick and choose your battles. You're right. It's not us. It's not the people of color. It's really not. It's our government. It's our government. And if you keep the ignorance in your heart, then you're going to pay the ultimate price when it comes down to it. Because when you need that lifting hand and that hand's not there to grab you, we'll see. We'll see. Once again, this is we're entering into the New World Order. I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research. You know what I mean? Start understanding a little bit about law. You don't have to know a lot. Law is pretty basic. It's the codes within the law that you have to be familiar with. But law is basic. It should be basic. That way so everyone can understand it. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't understand it. That's why you have to hire an attorney. That's why you have to hire a lawyer. Because most of us don't understand law or codings. Y'all stay blessed. This is based off my own opinions. Do your own research.